What's happening, y'all? We got to talk about P. Diddy.
A federal judge is now refusing to grant Sean Diddy Combs bail. Instead, he's going straight to jail tonight after Diddy pleaded not guilty to charges of sex trafficking.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them.
Prosecutors say Combs punched and kicked his victims to try to keep them under control. He'd also, they say, filled them up with drugs like ketamine and ecstasy for long periods of times, even using incriminating records to try to manipulate his victims.
There have been people who've been driving by, sometimes screaming, "Free Diddy." Someone else stood up earlier and said Tupac would be ashamed of Diddy.
We're going to talk about the $50 million that he offered in addition to everything else. And I want to put this in context and tell you that right now, as a free person, you are richer than P. Diddy. All right? Let me put my microphone on my hoodie. Right now, as a free person, you are richer than P. Diddy. He offered $50 million. Let me show y'all something. This is a pineapple. And P. Diddy can't get one of these. You see, when Diddy was on the streets, he had mansions and jets and all that good stuff. But when you are locked up, the basics are stripped from you. That's why food is currency in jail. There's a lot you can get a lot done with some honey buns and some noodles. All right, that's money. It's about a pineapple. I got some microgreens. I got some limes. Let me show y'all something. Diddy ain't got this. I have a turkey. I got a turkey bacon sandwich with bacon jam. You can't get this when you're in jail, unless you have the money to buy it and get a guard to bring it in for you or something like that. Maybe some commissary. But as it stands, if you're watching this and you're free, you are richer than P. Diddy. Now I want to read this proposed bail package. Understand that this was the proposal that his lawyers offered. This was a proposal. Prosecutors and the court, they didn't ask for this. He came, they already prepared, saying, here, you can have all this if you let me out on bail. A $50 million bond is what he offered, and they denied. This bond was to be co-signed by Diddy, his mother, his sister, the mother of his oldest daughter, not the mother of his oldest son. I think that's Misa, not Misa. And his 3 adult sons. All these people co-signed this $50 million bond. The bond is secured by the equity in his Florida home that is said to be worth $48 million. His lawyer said that the home does not have a mortgage. The lawyer said that P. Diddy paid off the mortgage, $18 million. The lawyer said this home was paid off in anticipation of the bail hearing. So Diddy knew that he was going to get arrested. Diddy knew he was going to be arrested. His legal counsel told him, prepare. All right. Now, I want to stop right there because a lot of people will talk about how much money they're worth. But there's a difference between, liquid assets and paper assets. So you have paper billionaires and people that actually have, billions in real assets, like assets that can be liquidated. So if my money is in Tesla stock and that's what makes me a billionaire, all I got to do is sell off those shares. I have to sell off those shares, and now I got the cash. But let me show y'all something. Cassie settlement. Settlement. How much did Cassie get? So Cassie got 30. Wait a minute. Did she get 30 million? I wanna Cassie's settlement amount. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Cassie settlement amount. I'm getting somewhere. Rock with me. Hold on. Okay, 30 million. Keep this in mind. If Diddy just gave Cassie 30 million and then he just dropped 18 million to pay off his mortgage, right? $48 million liquid. There are not a lot of people out here that have $50 million liquid. Let's just round up. That's a lot of money. Liquid, right? That's a lot of money. I just wanted to point that out. Like he just came up off of 50 million cash, 30 to Cassie and 18 to the mortgage company. All right. Diddy got money, or he has some friends that are loaning him money. All right. So there's the house that's worth 48 million. It's also secured by his mother's home in Florida, right? His attorneys are proposing that his travel be restricted to basically Miami and New York so that he can meet with his attorneys and that he can attend, I guess, business appointments, medical appointments. He said to meet with his attorneys and attend medical appointments. All right. Miami and New York. He also gave up his passport. According to his attorney, Diddy gave up his passport on April 1st. His attorneys contacted the prosecutors and told them that. And they're saying that his legal counsel will hand over his passport to pretrial services. So they're saying, we're going to give you 50 million, a 50 million bond, signed off by mom and sis and his sons, guaranteed by this real estate. We're going to hand over his passport. We're going to restrict his travel from Miami to New York. And we're also going to give you the passports of his mom, his daughter, Chance Combs. I think his daughter's name is Chance Combs. Jesse Combs, Delilah Combs, and Love Combs. Notice they're not offering the passports of his sons. That's interesting. That's interesting. So Diddy is off. Why do they have to give up their passports? I guess that is their efforts to say, hey, not only is Diddy not going to flee, he's not going to flee with his children. But they put together a nice package that was denied by the judge, and they have submitted a paperwork for an appeal for the bond denial, right? So let me give you my thoughts before I get off this thing. Thank you for sticking around, anybody that's still listening. I talked about how, I am currently doing much better than Diddy. I can go and buy whatever I want. I can move how I want to move, right? You can have everything until it's taken away from you. The justice system will not be kind to Mr. Sean Puff Daddy Combs. Support Black Man. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.